Chapter 27. Fedir slowly opens his eyes as he groans, shuddering away the particles of frost accumulating on his eyelids. With each breath, a ghostly fog exits from his mouth. He holds himself tightly to shield himself from the relentless falling snow. He spins around with haste, looking out beyond the flat, endless tundra. No one is in sight, and the loud wind muffles his steps. "Guys, where are you?" he cried out, but the wind absorbed his voice like water with a sponge. "Hotaru, Isamu, Aziza." He has been searching for several minutes, roaming around the icy shore. He remembers the Squidzilla destroying the ship, but as the cold water soaked him, he passed out. He has no clue how long he drifted, but it all must have been long, as he has never seen land covered in snow. While his heart tells him to continue his search, his mind and body knows that any longer and death will soon follow. The cold embrace of his damp coat has him sleepy, ready to drift away in the night. However, he brings his hand to his torso and lights a fire spell so strong adrenaline fuels it. Though it helps heat his core, it won't last forever. He has to find shelter quickly. Knowing that waiting around will bring him an early death, he trudges forwards in hopes of something that can save him. Despite the danger swarming him, he isn't afraid. This feeling he carries of strong will has been prevalent in the recent months. He felt this fire against the captain, underneath the pyramid, even against the Queen of Fairies. It's like something deep in his soul grants him a second wind, pushing him to brave the chaos, enhancing his mental state like a superpower. However, while he carries no fear, he does carry worry. "Please, Goddess, let them be okay," he whimpered. He pushes through the blizzard, counting the amount of time that has passed. 1 minute, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. The number keeps rising, yet the land never changes. He recalls the moments before he was awakened by the unforgiving snow. On the ship, they fought against that monster, but they lost and it destroyed everything. He ponders if he is even alive, doomed to wander the endless frozen land. The snow blows out his light, and in his weakened state, he cannot reignite it. The safe haven he held is gone, and hope is fading. But through the blisters of snow, far in the distance, he sees something that shouldn't be possible. He squints to see in the distance a structure, a tower. There's no light, but it is enough to bring him warmth from the inside. He picks up the pace, nearly sprinting to its entrance. At last he arrives to be greeted by a staircase that looks to climb up to the heavens. He could not stand around thinking of why such a place exists, or if it's a mirage. Energy was fading, and this bland tower covered in snow was his only savior. He pushes up the steps, and with the staircase surrounded by walls, he no longer feels the cold embrace of the wind. His footsteps echo in the dark and hollow tower. Like the tundra, the path is endless, and he can't even begin to think of what waits for him at the top. Finally, he reaches the last step and is bewildered. The top is open to the outside, yet the wind is not present. There isn't a single torch in sight. However, it is bright as if the afternoon sun was up. He steps forward into the large room to find 6 empty pedestals, except one that holds a silver shining sphere. No doubt, the silver orb. He moves to it and stares into its reflection to see his face partially covered with a thick frost. As he reaches his hand to grab it, another face appears in the corner.
"You have arrived,"
an echoing monotone feminine voice said. He snaps around to find 2 women with black long hair covering their eyes, still as statues, side by side, wearing an ancient orange dress with a head ornament with horns. "Who are you?" he asks. Again, he carries no fear. Together they speak.
"We are the guardians of Rumia."
They point to the center of the room to where a large gold-spotted egg lies. Fedir's eyes widen. "Rumia? You mean the legendary phoenix that is the servant to the goddess?"
"You know of the scriptures."
"Of course I do." He jumps up with excitement as he gazes at the egg in awe. It's one of the first teachings told to us when we were young. The goddess needed to reach the dark world to stop evil from spreading onto ours, but she couldn't reach the land of depravity. So she created a majestical phoenix with white and gold feathers that could shine through any corruption. Once born, she mounted her creation and shot through the sky, piercing through into the other world. Many people gossip about how when a shooting star flies through the night, it is her coming back for a brief while to look upon her land.
We're very impressed by your knowledge, but it is only fitting as you are just like us, devoted to the goddess, physically and spiritually.
Fedir looks down at his vestments. They probably knew I was devoted to the church, but how can they be guardians of Ramia? Her guardians ordered the task of watching Ramia thousands of years ago. Though he can't see their face, their creepy chuckle sounds as if they can read his mind.
The goddess would be most impressed by such a devout follower of her teachings. However, there's more to the story. She could create life, but needed the faith of her people to maintain it. Knowing this, she created the 6 orbs which are infused with the belief of the ancients, her people. Being a divine creature, Ramia doesn't die, only rest. And until all 6 orbs are reunited at this altar, she will be forever in an eternal sleep. In turn, our existence is only possible if Ramia sleeps.
So the silver orb here is one of them?
Correct. The other 5 are unknown to the world, but along with the orb we hold another relic.
One pulls from her dress a wooden flute. The echo flute, he shouted. Another relic passed down by the goddess. So its purpose is to find the orbs? For years we believed it was used to summon her servants from across the globe.
You are indeed correct in your assumption, but what you describe isn't entirely correct. The echo flute has a sister known as the Lyre of Ire, which does as you stated. However, it has found its way back to its original home. For now, watch closely.
She brings the flute to her lips, and with a gentle blow, a soothing melody plays. Along with the sound of the flute, wind from the outside whistles with it. He looks up to the sky to see gusts of sparkling wind blowing to the east. It flows peacefully through the blizzard, shining through like a glorious aurora. She lowers it, and the aurora disappears in an instant. Yet the silver orb has a pillar of light that reaches the sky, which remains for a while longer.
One lies to the northeast, isolated in a mountainous land.
Wait, he said. If you understand our mission, then you must know where my friends are. They are important, and these orbs without them mean nothing to me.
We're sorry. The flute only aids in the search for the orbs. Perhaps like you, they have scattered throughout the land.
Then I must find them.
You cannot escape the tundra through normal means.
He watches as they pull out a familiar wing.
This will let you off this island. Imbue it with your magic and take off to the sky.
He grabs hold of it and sighs. Not this again. If it's anything like last time, how would I even know where to go? I don't even have any magic left to imbue the feather.
We will play the flute that will provide guidance, and the silver orb will grant and bestow insight of the magic you hold deep in your being. This is unfortunately all we can offer.
He faces the stairs and holds it up. Its blue light that swarms the white feather grows more opaque, yet he senses no power. Maybe there's another way we can do this? He begs, anxious of the flying. He spins around and is left alone. The 2 women are gone, as well as Ramia's egg, yet the flute's melody plays with clarity. All that is left is a silver orb that sits alone on the pedestal. He shakes his head for a moment as he walks over to the orb. He lifts it from its pedestal, and suddenly, the harsh wind blows through the top of the tower. He can feel a strong energy flow through him. The wind speeds by, but he can see every flake of snow shoot past him as if he saw in slow motion. He catches his breath and looks to the northeast where the wind blows. The magical dome darkens, and the chilly wind embraces him. He attempts to shield himself from the brutal snow, watching as a magical light sways to the east. The air is colder than it was outside the tower. The silver orb was the tower's last line of defense from the harsh weather. I guess I don't have a choice now, he whispered. holding the feather to his chest, praying for it to quickly work. The light grows, and once engulfed by its blue, bright light, Fedir zips to the sky, screaming with a screech to pierce through the harsh tempest.